your friend, what was it, Brajunk? Let's
Brazunt.
Brazunt. Let's see, yeah, because you guys made a character. So we started off, yeah. You you started off by making this NPC that you all knew. Yes, Brazunt. So you came
Looks
to
good.
town. Yeah, you came to town to visit the funeral of this Brazunt NPC who was a bard. His favorite tavern was the Gilded Rooster. He played the lute. He had a cousin named Brajunt, and his lover was also his cousin named Brajunt. So,
That's amazing.
yes, it's an old family name. Yes, yes, and he had a rival named Agrimund. But yeah, so at the funeral, you were approached by this half orc in a kind of a business suit. It was the executor of Brazunt's will. Said wanted you to meet her later that night and talk about things, talk about what you were going to get in the will. On the way there, you got in a bar fight, which was there was a NPC named Amelia who was confronting her fiance Dave over apparently the dowry of goats, and you guys got in a big bar fight. You ended up knocking Dave out. Dave gave the money back. And then you went and talked to Nora Redbones, who was the executor. She informed you that Brazunt had named you in the will and had left you the house. And so you went to the kind of a low income kind of district of Waterdeep, and you went to the house. And when you got there, you found that there was some intruders there. And so you went upstairs and you confronted the intruders. And who was it? It was his ex-lover, Brajunt, and some of her minions that were kind of ransacking the house. You killed two of the minions, I think, and you let her go. But you did learn that she and the minions were working for this guy named Snail, who apparently is a mob boss out of Daggerford. And they were looking for something specifically in Brazunt's house. You guys found a secret stairwell, went downstairs, and found this journal of Brazunt that talked about how when he was a child, he had met the giant queen and the giant princess, and they had given him a lute that had this giant rune on it. And he gave you a message saying that your birthday gifts are in the city of Nightstone, where he had a secret family, and for you to go and get them. So we start off the adventure tonight. Then afterwards, you went to the cemetery and dug up his body, and some other things happened. So, but yeah, so you ended up getting his loot. You dug up his body to get his loot. And yeah, as we start off the night tonight, you are currently in the city of Waterdeep, and you're about to travel to down to this little small town called Nightstone, which is about 30 miles away. About halfway, a little more than halfway between Daggerford and Waterdeep.
He was also only 19, Mod,
Yeah, he was only 19.
He led a busy life.
and a recent eunuch at that too.
Good lord.
Yes, the Agrimar had cursed him and shriveled his flesh, and yeah, he became a eunuch. So,
Then we also found out Agramar was running supplies from Daggerford to the town we're going to, the mine.
that is correct. Yeah, Agrimar was he was kind of a bookie and a smuggler for this mob boss, Snail, who works for the Zentarum. And yeah, he smuggles things between Daggerford and Waterdeep and Daggerford and Nightstone. So yeah, you learned that, and there was also a quest that you found on the board outside of the Gilded Rooster that was from Lady Verosa, who was asking adventurers to come to Nightstone to deal with a goblin clan menace. So yep, you have two reasons to go to Nightstone now. It's to go find your birthday gifts from your friend's secret family, and they said to talk to his wife. And then you also possibly talk to Lady Verosa and figure out what's going on with the goblin stuff.
So just briefly, the loot. Did the loot was what his cousin was looking for, or was the cousin looking for some other thing?
It had a rune on the back of it, so we went and dug it up to have it because it has a giant rune.
Yeah, you can thank Zier for the names here, but yeah, so yeah, so Brazunt is the name of your friend. He was a bard. It was his loot. That loot was given to him by the giant princess, and it had a rune etched into it that apparently had some magical properties. Brazunt was researching these giant runes to try to figure out these magical properties. This guy, Snail, was sending his cronies to find Brazunt's research on this magical stuff so that he can use it for himself.
Also, Mod, your character and my character agreed to kill the goblins because goblins killed my brother, and I forgot who was playing that character last week. Anyways, said that he would join me because he loved a good vengeance.
Okay.
Goblins
So-
are barbaric creatures. Let's kill them.
So I guess then my question is there anything you want to do in town before you go, or are you just gonna start off the adventure by traveling to Nights?
That's something else I was going to ask you. Do we have supplies, or I mean, I
You
know my
have,
sheets-
yeah, you have what's on you, so. But you are in a town, so if you have gold, we don't have to role play it or anything. There's quite a bit of shops in town. If there's anything that you want to buy from the player's handbook in town, you can certainly just add it to your sheet and take off the gold. I'm not going to worry too much about like rations or water or anything like that while you're traveling. If it becomes an issue, like you're going to go in the desert or something like that, I'll let you know ahead of time. But for the most part, I will just assume that you're bringing enough water and enough food along, and we don't have to be mathematicians playing D&D here. So
So I see that my tune, at least on its character sheet, has a Dungeoneer's pack, but I forget what all that involves. Is that like torches, ropes, stuff like that, or?
yeah, actually, if you click on it, it's real hard to see, but if you go down to your inventory and if you, let's see, Dungeoneer's pack, there's a little, I'll just do it for you. There it is. So you can see all the stuff that's in it. Can you see that?
Yes, now I can. Oh, shoot, this plus key is like causing me to type everywhere.
I might be overthinking it, but I was thinking we needed some rope and maybe a canary in a cage so that we run into poisonous gas and
You can certainly buy that stuff in town if you want.
How do you tell
know,
how much money you have? Because I don't see that.
You got some money last time.
We're all level 2, right?
Yes, you are all level 2. Yeah, you didn't have any gold on your character sheet, Arzek, but last time you guys had looted 19 copper, 14 copper. You had looted some hand crossbows, parchment, stuff like that. So you do have a little bit of money. If you just want to buy a canary, I'll say that you have enough money. You can just buy a canary in a cage. That's fine. And since you're level 2, I would just put 10 gold on your sheet, Arzak, because you probably had some walking around spending money.
I don't know how to do
Yeah.
that.
You should have 10 or 15 gold just from the beginning, from like level 1.
Yeah, my D&D sheet says 10 gold, but I didn't know how to add that to the Roll20 thing. So
Oh, that's just at the bottom by your equipment, like right across from where it says Explorer's Pack. That's where your gold is.
Yeah, that's like electrum and silver and gold and all that stuff.
It's got
oh,
super
okay, I see it now.
full letters.
Yeah, I would like to buy a canary in a cage and a bundle of rope. I was
All
not a
right.
Boy Scout, but I like being prepared.
That's fine. That just, I'd say mark off a gold and you can pick up that and supplies and yeah, you're fine.
I have rope too.
Yeah. And if you have like a adventurer's pack or something like that, it usually comes with rope. So.
Yep, same here.
All right.
Oh, I do have rope. It says, well, on my D&D sheet, it says 50 foot of hemp rope. Sorry, I didn't see that.
All right. Well, then just let me know when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So it's about 30 miles to Ardeep, and if you're just walking, it'll probably take you about 2 days to get there, 2 to 3 days at a good march. So unless you wanted to rent horses, then you might be able to go at a quicker pace. But I don't know if you guys can afford that yet.
I think we're hoofing it.
Walking.
Can we maybe find like someone that's a merchant that's headed that way and get hired on as guard? Maybe able to go faster that way.
If you want, make me an investigation check. See if there's any flyers for hiring around town. Okay, so you do find some flyers, but they seem old. And then during your investigation, as you're kind of asking around, it seems like people are really worried. There's been some attacks along the high road. The last shipment from Daggerford hasn't come lately, so the merchants are real kind of skittish about actually traveling there. None are really itching to go yet, but you know, if you wanted to convince them, you might be able to perform. Okay.
Sorry, that wasn't on purpose.
Would that
But
be
yeah,
persuasion or?
yeah, it probably would be persuasion, yes. But it seems like from your talking to people down at the district, there are merchants are really worried because they've been hearing about a lot of attacks on the road, and caravans that just are late or overdue or never showed up at all. They're really concerned about their safety and almost not willing to go anywhere.
The only other question I'd have is, would merchants slow us down, or actually would that speed us up?
It would probably slow you down, to be honest.
All right, then forget that idea.
Yeah, let's not mess with any babysitting.
All right, so you just hoofing it?
Hoofing.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Start walking.
All right. So, just as a campaign overview, this campaign involves quite a bit of travel, just FYI, so I'm not using hexes or anything like that. I'm not going to do like the daily roll for encounters kind of thing like that. A lot of the travel we're going to kind of gloss over, and if there is something significant, I'll usually have it planned, but it's not going to be like our previous campaign where it's like, okay, move a hex, okay, move a hex, kind of thing. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. So, as you get just a little outside of Waterdeep, you come to sort of the outskirt farms. You're outside the city walls. You're past like the big buildings, the guards, all that. You're just traveling along the high road, and you come to some of the outskirt farms. You've come to this kind of small little farming community. And as you're walking along the road, you come across this particular farm where you happen to recognize one of the guys up here. There's a guy standing there with his dog, and it looks like he's standing over a fire, and there's like a pot over the fire. It looks like he's melting down copper. Like he's got like a bunch of copper items next to him. So he's trying to like melt it down. But you recognize him immediately as Dave, the guy from the bar fight.
On the other side of town.
Yeah, this is outskirts. This is the farm. Yep, he's out at the farm. He was a farmer. He was engaged to this girl named Amelia. Amelia gave him some goats as a dowry. Apparently, he had sold off the majority of the goats and never married Amelia, so that's what kind of started the fight. Well, you're kind of walking up the road. He's not that far away, but his back is to you. Okay. Oh, to look like Amelia. Okay.
So there's
Let me actually grab. Yeah, let me actually grab her token here. So that's what Yen looks like right now. Though we'll just put this icon on you for you so that we know that you're.
Hey, Yen, you're a lot prettier than I remembered.
you got a lot better looking all of a sudden. You got a pretty mouth.
All right, so there's farmhands working out in the field. Some of them just kind of look up at you. They're people pass by this road all the time. But yeah, Dave's over there just burning copper. So if you want to keep going down this road, you do realize you are going to have to pass him. Okay. So as you get kind of close, Dave hears you then. He turns around and he looks at you and says, you got my sandwich ready there, woman? Wait. Aren't those the fellas that you were with in the bar the other night? Oi! What you doing with them there fellas?
Not me, sir. I wasn't there.
That is true. Yeah, you do have a extra guy with you this time.
Yeah, Mod's character is the one that sent him the beer and taunted.
Oi, Amelia, what you doing with them there guys?
Yeah, Amelia, what are you doing with these here guys?
So you change back. You're the fellers that gave me this there black eye here. What you doing on my farm?
Would you like another one, or would you like us to pass through?
I wants me gold back you took from me goats. The dog starts growling at you. "Rrrr, Black rusty back.
Dog.
Now you do notice that the farmhands have kind of stopped working, and they're kind of like looking onward as to what's going to happen here. Dave, by the way, has a like a makeshift club in his hand, and he's got a dagger on his belt. Otherwise, he's like he's shirtless and yeah. Okay, go ahead and cast it.
Spell's gonna get a lot of use.
All right, so 16, the dog falls asleep. I'm going to do a wisdom check for Dave here.
Something tells me it's not real high.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not got a lot of bonuses on that.
What y'all there doing there, you sons of bitches?
I just want to know what Zier's doing better with the goat.
I'm thinking about killing one of them for a new test subject.
I don't think I
I've never
want to know
studied
what Zer's
dead
doing with
goat
the goat.
before.
Wow, Dave actually with the high wisdom score.
Go Dave. Dave.
So he
Yeah.
realizes the dog isn't dead.
That's a low bar.
We are
Yeah.
talking about Dave here.
Hey,
That's,
dog.
you know.
You still breathing?
I want to
Which
Can I do a persuasion and step forward and just be like, "Look, sir, I have no problem with you. Okay, this is I want you to understand this is not going to go well for you. So let's just not do this."
yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check or performance or whatever you're going to do. Yep. Okay, let's see how Dave reacts to that. All right, so Dave kind of, you can see him like counting on his fingers, looking at you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see him doing like hard mental calculations, like addition, and says, "You guys are lucky. I'll just be grabbing my dog here, and next time you come back,
You better
I
hope
want
the
my
dog's not
gold.
awake.
Yeah, Rusty will get you, and I want my gold back for them goats."
I call him Bitey.
Bitey is a nice name. I like Bitey.
So yeah, he doesn't seem happy about letting you guys go, but he does seem smart enough to realize that he's gonna get rocked here if that happens. So
You up there inspecting the dogs here?
Yeah, it's not dead. Not interesting.
so yeah, you guys came across Dave's farm here, so you know that that's on the southeast part of town. Good on you for not killing him and everybody else.
Well,
Like the
Morocco
other murder
here,
hobo
we
was-
might have
Yeah, I
anyway.
was gonna say.
I guess on and say we should just kill him and take everything he's got.
All right. So the rest of your day goes without incident, and you kind of get to about the fork in the road there. The one thing of interest that you do notice, it is autumn, so it's not like quite winter. It's not cold. There should be lots of travel. You have not seen a single traveler on the high road at all today, which is very unusual. Usually there's a lot of traffic between Waterdeep and Daggerford. It has been completely empty. There has been no travelers, no carts, no nothing at all, which seems very, very unusual to you. So do you want to camp for the night or just keep pushing on?
So on the way here, we may not have seen travelers. Did we encounter wildlife? Were there birds flying around, or was it like spookily quiet?
No, it wasn't spookily quiet. There was definitely like the occasional deer that darts across the road. You heard birds or anything. It wasn't like you were entering death zone or anything like that. There was just no humanoid travel at all on the road. It felt like the road had been closed.
I think we should camp, and
Yeah.
I'll create a bonfire or just a fire.
Okay. Okay. So I'll roll a random encounter just for the evening. All right. So evening comes and buys, no problem. Throughout the night, you don't hear anybody coming by. You don't see any other campfires. It seems very, it's just unusual that you're basically on like an interstate highway here and you haven't seen anybody. All right. So morning comes and you travel a little bit farther, and I got a little bit of flavor text here. You've been traveling along the high road for a day now, and as you come to the fork in the road, you spot a wooden signpost next to a trail that heads up north into the hills. Nailed to the post are three arrow-shaped signs. Two marked Waterdeep and Daggerford follow the high road but point in opposite directions. The third, marked Nightstone, beckons you to follow the trail, and if memory serves, Nightstone is roughly about 10 miles up the trail. So you've come to the fork here. Again, no traffic or anything. It's just really odd and very weird that you haven't seen a single person here. And then, yeah, actually, make me a group perception check. So choose one of you to make a perception check for me.
I'll do it.
Who has high charisma? No,
My
Perception's wisdom.
That's
Oh,
wisdom.
I've got
Yeah, I
18
only have
wisdom.
3.
I got 19.
Eh,
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
as
I
you,
muted
as
myself.
you turn to go towards a Nightstone, you notice Brazier
Even
stop for
better.
a second, and he kind of like holds his hand
I'm
up
a
to his
pro.
ear, and if you everybody gets real quiet and you listen very very carefully, to the north it sounds like church bells are ringing. Every once in a while, you bong, bong, bong. But they're very, very faint because they're about 10 miles away. But you can hear that.
And this is in the direction that the trail is heading to Nightstone? Or
Correct. Yep.
okay.
And so you listen for a few moments. You travel about 100 yards down the road again, and if you stop, you can still hear them ringing. Bong, bong, bong. It's definitely gone past 12, 15, 20, 30 chimes. It's very, you've never heard bells like ring that much.
So we can take that as somebody's in trouble, or that's a warning for us to keep.
Yeah, or as we've been spotted.
it's goblin dinner bells.
I think if it's the town, that there's possibility that somebody might be in trouble.
Yes, it's not normal for bells to ring this much.
All right, so what do you want to do? Do you want to like quicken pace? Do you want to go off the trail? What do you want?
Can we try and quicken our pace?
Yeah, let's step it
Let's
up.
speed up.
Okay.
Are we speeding up away from it or towards it?
Towards it.
Fourth,
I don't run from danger.
it is, after all, coming from where we want to go.
Well, we're going to Daggerfall, not Nightstone, right?
No, you're going to Nightstone.
Yeah, we're going
okay,
Nightstone.
Then yeah.
We potentially have business in Daggerstone later, but for right now, the main goal is Nightstone.
All right, so you travel up the road at a quickened pace for about maybe 5 miles or so. You're about halfway on this road towards Nightstone, and as you come to sort of this clearing, that like you're traveling through the forest, so it is, dense foliage, high trees, kind of barely letting the sun kind of come in. But at about the 5 mile mark, you come to a point where the road becomes particularly bendy and twisty, but it is a wide open sort of hilly area. You do see movement up ahead, and I'm going to put you on a screen. So you guys are off on the left here. And what you see is the first noticeable thing is the ground is scorched, going in a northeastern direction. It looks like it's been burned. It's been scorched. There's a huge line of it. There's also a bunch of broken carriages and carts and wagons that are in the line of this big scorch mark. You see 2 dead giants on the ground and a bunch of dead humans on the ground. And you do notice there is one human who is sitting down with her back against like this tree. She's got a hand crossbow in her hand and she's firing at these goblins who have all sort of just surrounded the area and are closely encroaching upon her. What do you do?
Are the trees that we see in front of us, or the green, are those trees like a wooded area?
Everything sort of like from here to about down here to the bottom. The north and the south are like big high trees. Everything else in the middle is like just underbrush stuff.
Okay, so it's not like we could go hide behind trees or anything up here.
I mean, you could hide in the underbrush a little bit, but yeah, it's not like they're towering trees or anything. You could think of these as like small shrubs, or it's like difficult terrain, is what it
It's
is.
a shrubbery.
She's up against this sort of bigger sort of shrubbery, but her back is like up against this small tree in there. So you have a wide field of vision, is what I'm trying to portray here.
And do the goblins have melee weapons, or what are they wielding, or is it a mix?
It's a mix of scimitars and short bows.
Have they noticed us yet?
Not yet. They are. It seems like they're cautiously approaching. Like the ones down here, they're cautiously approaching this girl as she's firing their hand crossbow. The ones up north seem to be trying to rummage and loot through dead bodies, through like boxes that the caravan had. You also notice these big giant boulders that have impacted the ground with some force also around the area.
I've got a quick question.
Hmm.
How you say your name, Darbius? The new
Yeah.
character. What class is he?
Sorcerer.
Okay. I want to class. I want to go ahead and cast Bless on Zir, Mod, and I reckon or myself. Never mind, myself. Us three, since we're all melee.
All right, so you chant and cast a spell. I'll give everybody else action to go before, because you got to speak to do that, and so you'll probably draw attention to yourself while you're doing that. So everybody else can have one action.
My one action is going to be blasting the closest one with an Eldritch Blast.
And that's
so
fine if that's what
how
you wanna
far
do.
are the goblins from us?
Ah!
You can measure, like, the closest one to you is 65 feet.
Can I stealth? Look at that roll.
All right, so Zir drops down to the ground or does something and tries to hide. Like, you'll have to go next to, like, shrubbery or something. But yeah, you certainly can try to stealth. So you go and hide over there. Give you the ninja mask to indicate that you're stealth.
I sneak up behind him, bash him with the stick.
How do you do that measuring? That's
On the left-hand side, there looks like there's a tool that below the magnifying glass that kind of looks like a mail signal. If you click on that, and then you click and drag on the
okay. Thank you.
Wait, I'm sorry. Which symbol do we click on?
A little circle with like a kind of a ruler sticking out of the top.
Almost looks like a power signal, like you're cutting a
Snap
computer
to
off or
center. If you hover your mouse over it.
yeah, it's below the magnifying glass above the eye on the left-hand side of your screen.
Oh, okay, got it.
All right, so Maraba yells out, "Run!" Feel my wrath. So a couple of goblins turn and yell, "Briak! Briak!" So that's Modnar's turn. Yen and Talcanor? What do you guys do?
Yeah, just say Tal.
I said
Okay.
I'm casting an Eldritch Blast. Do we see the guy on top of that's riding on top of the?
Yep, you do. You have a wide field of vision. This is just
Okay.
all difficult terrain underbrush.
Because
So.
my thought is this guy is some sort of leader because he's riding and everybody else is on the ground. So my first thought is to hit him first with the Eldritch Blast.
All right, well, yeah, you guys have surprise, so you can make an attack.
I would like to cast. Sorry, go.
Ooh, that's probably not gonna. I don't know. That's gonna be rough. That's a 12. That's probably not gonna hit.
That is not going to hit. Your
whiff.
beam. Your beam flies off into the
5 and
underbrush.
6.
You
Smarts,
burnt some of the shrubbery.
yeah, you smart a little small fire.
It's force, not
Towel.
fire. It's force.
Okay, so you knock
Um,
over some of the shrubbery.
I would like to cast Fog Cloud around her.
Okay,
Nice.
and let me get my little spell effect. How big is that?
It is a 20-foot radius sphere.
You're casting on the human, though, right?
Yeah, on the human, on the woman, to make it hard, or like in between her and the goblins, just to make it harder for them to hit her.
So just right on top of her like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this fog engulfs her, engulfs some of the goblins. So yeah, you don't have line of sight to anybody within that ring. And with that, some of the goblin leader points at the group. Ah, Briak, Briak! And we are going to officially go to initiative here. If you remember how to do that.
Just click on the initiative box on the character sheet. Is that
And
right?
make sure you've got your token selected. Yep.
Don't do the zero and not select your token.
Sorry, how do I do it?
On your character sheet, like in the middle of the character, or are you using a Roll20 character sheet or not?
I have one that has enough in it to be what I need.
Okay, so then on your character sheet in Roll20, you would in about the middle of the character sheet, there's a thing called a word that just says initiative.
Initiative.
Yep.
Okay.
Just click on that.
So I thought I had my token selected. What do I need to do to select my token? I had clicked on it, and it showed 20/20 above it.
Didn't bring you up. Okay, well, that's right. I can add you.
Glad I cast it early because I'm gonna be last.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
tried
plus
selecting my
4.
token too, and I couldn't.
You have to have the arrow tool clicked on. I did that. I did that at
see.
first too.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
if you were still measuring, yeah.
All right. So it looks like the warg and its rider get to go first. So it can go 50 feet.
Sure.
All right, so it's going to charge into there. And it's not going to be able to make an attack because it just moved, but its rider will be able to make an attack. And it's going to shoot its short bow at Maraba while it's running all the way over there. 24. I imagine that hit Maraba.
Ouch.
Hey, at least it
forget
wasn't inflict
resistance.
wounds.
So 9 points of
He
damage to Maraba. Yep.
Didn't have disadvantage from being in motion?
From what?
From being in motion.
No.
But don't forget you also have bless on. So you can use a saving throw against an attack. You can use a saving throw for attack or spell.
Yeah, it applies to his attacks. The bless isn't gonna help him getting hit by an arrow. So, but if he misses on an attack, he could do that. So.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought it was the other way around. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
it's
no,
it's
it
for
helps.
offense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him.
It'll help
Or-
on attack.
or a
Well,
saving.
it'll also help on saving throw, yeah.
All right. Well, Maraba, you're up. This goblin sort of chief guy and his warg
Time for
just
some payback.
bolted right at you. Yep.
Get him, Papa Mod. Get him.
Let me first reduce my hit points to the correct amount.
Yeah, how much hit points did he lose?
9.
And that's not good news, guys.
That's a good hit for level 2.
All right. Rawr!
All right. So you're attacking the goblin or its mount.
Goblin, he's the one who shot me.
Okay, and you can do that because you got 10-foot reach with that glaive.
And to do this, I just click on the
The
glaive.
glaive button. Yep.
Once I stop having pluses appear all over my screen.
Wow, a nice hit.
Yikes.
Yes.
I like that.
You swing your glaive around and you smash it into this rider. You kill him straight out.
Holy shit. Nice shot.
You knock him off his mount. You cleft him in twain. Half of his body falls off one side, half of it falls off the other side, and yeah, he is definitely dead.
I guess that's what he gets for hitting it.
Anything else?
I yell out, who's next?
All right. Tal.
All right, I will Ray of Frost the wolf.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a range spell attack. Shit. So it's +6.
And are you rolling dice or are you rolling in roll 20?
Did I do that right? Yeah.
Yep, yeah, D20
20?
plus 6. Yep, so yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 20 hits him. Yep.
All right.
How much damage?
So
4 damage.
it's 4, but its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of
Okay.
its next turn.
All right, sounds good. So it is chilled and reduced speed. All right. So yeah, your frost bolter flies out, hits him, chills him. He's covered in a layer of little icy snows and shivers it off, but and he looks wounded. So. All right. Did you want to move anywhere?
Yeah, I will move up a There we go.
So,
Okay.
a question for you, Caleb.
Yep.
Not to games lawyer this or to ask for anything retroactively, but with hitting a target with my glaive, I also get the bonus action with the other end of the weapon. Can that be used on a different target? As in this case, could I have used the
On the
glaive
warg?
butt attack on the warg?
Yep. I'd let you go back and retcon that as well, since you're just learning the character. So yeah, go ahead, make that attack. $13 on the warg does hit. Yep. All right, and so you crushing his head with that. He's still living, but he's looking a little worse for wear now, but not quite bloodied. So. All right, Goblin's turn. I don't think any of these guys can move. All right, so these two move up. Well, this guy, he's in there, so he moves up. He moves up. So these two guys are going to move up and fire short bow shots. The ones that are in the, that's a fog cloud, right?
Yeah, there's 3
Yeah.
of them in the fog cloud.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
All right, so 8.
While you're looking at it, I have a question about is there a way for me to know what hit points other people have, or I just have to kind of guess?
Yeah, there's no no ability that you have that lets me tell you that they have like 26 hit points or something like that. When I put a red dot on them, you know they're at least half hit points, but unless you have like a spell or some sort of thing there is, I can't
Oh, I
remember if
meant
there's a
like
magic item.
I meant like my teammates, not the other.
Can you not see that green bar above them?
Yeah, I just didn't know if there's a way to have numbers on it or not.
Technically, you should know. You can kind of out loud ask if somebody needs healing as a player. It's just it's an above board thing. Different DMs do different things, but it's kind of metagaming knowing exactly what somebody's hit points are.
And honestly, I don't really care. If you want to say, hey, I've got 5 hit points left, I'm not going to kill you on it. Okay, so 8. So this guy is going to move in this direction. This guy is going to move in this direction in the fog. This guy moves in this direction, and now he can see. So he's going to move up a little bit and also fire a short bow shot. So they can't see Zir yet. How can you tell how far you can move? It should be on your character sheet. I think, are you a dwarf? You should be able to move 25 feet.
Okay, I see
Yeah.
the speed. Yeah.
Yeah, 30 is the standard.
Okay, so this goblin in the back is going to fire at Maraba at disadvantage. This goblin's going to fire at Arzek, and this goblin's going to fire at Yen. So we'll do the disadvantage shot first. 19, which
Solid.
I think hits Maraba.
We need to reset that dice algorithm.
This is not working out so well.
You got this goblin firing at Arzek. This is a normal 13, I think misses. And the shot at Yen, 10 misses. Okay. These goblins up here are quickly trying to loot and rummage through whatever they can. And they're not attacking this. Yen.
So I take 4 damage, but I don't remember. Do I need to worry about what the piercing does?
No, not. Yeah, it's just straight damage.
All right. Well, that little bastard that fired at me is going to be getting an Eldritch Blast to the face. So
That would be
the one at the bottom.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, that's better. That's an 18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That's a D10 plus 4, or 12 points of damage.
And you bludgeon the crap out of that guy and knock him back, and he falls over dead. Any movement?
Move there.
Zier, who's lurking in the shadows.
Do I want to break my stealth? Because if I charge this guy, he's gonna see me. Point.
Yeah.
La, 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 la.
Yep. So you're
Come
no
on,
longer
you
stealth.
bastard.
Shadow the
Fight
shadows.
something.
I'm not gonna wait for him. These guys seem weak. I'll punch him straight in his face.
You do have bless, so you can roll another d4 and add it to that 11. Thirteen's not quite gonna hit though.
Alright, my bonus attack. Jeez.
Not a 10 either. So whiff and
Well,
whiff.
hold on. I can't even hit this damn thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
Just
spend
a little
key.
goblin.
I know he's little. He's fat. I'm gonna spend a key point and use Fury of Blows on this guy.
All right. That
Oh,
hits.
Jeez.
That
You're a
hits for
monk.
12. Yep.
It's spelled wrong. It's supposed to be
And-
flurry of blows.
It's a furry of blows.
They are so furry.
Just be furry.
Does he caress him
mean-
softly, or how does this work?
With fists of fury, a furry wearing giant tiger paw.
Giant mittens. Giant oversized Christmas Story mittens. And yeah, you bludgeon that guy to death. You basically you punch his head and it explodes in a
I was
cloud
really
of red
pissed about
mist.
missing him. Let him dodge on the first two.
Yep. So yeah, that guy is definitely just a corpse at your feet at this point. Arzek. Are you there, Algrim?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if I'm gonna move first. Yeah, I'm gonna move up behind Marver and cast Cure Wound.
Okay.
I just clicked Cure Wounds, right?
Yep, you just click the button and it'll tell us how much you heal him for.
I clicked it. It's not working. Oh, okay, never mind. It casts. Oh, I can only do one.
Yeah,
level.
well, it says cast at what level, right? It should just say 1. So, yeah. So 9, you heal, your hands glow, all radiant, and you heal Maraba for 9 hit points. There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, back to the warg, who is now growling furiously at Maraba and attempts to viciously bite. 16.
There goes the 9 hit points he just got back.
I don't know. Does he? He's got.
16 shouldn't
My
be good enough
armor
to hit
class
him.
is 16.
And it hits. Yep. So it
Never
takes
mind.
rips 9 hit points out. And you must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Oh, jeez. Hold on.
But you're blessed, so you can add D4 to it.
Kind of figured with the dice that's been rolled on him, he needed some heal.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing you did heal him. Otherwise, he might have died on that bite.
I'm sorry, you said strength saving throw?
Correct. And yeah, you make it. So you are not knocked prone, but he does take a good chunk out of your thigh. So. And now it's your turn, Raba.
Well, I think you can guess what I'm going to do. Whack this guy. Just trying to see if there's a way I can get into a position where I have advantage, but it doesn't look like I really can easily.
No, you're the only one in melee with him, so. "21 hits,
And another 7.
and so 16 points of damage. Okay, so you, with your first hit, you cleave into its neck and it starts bleeding. You reach around with the glaive butt, smack him, and you hear his skull crush, and it drops in a lump on the ground right in front of
I'd say, these guys are annoying me.
you.
It's a wrecking machine.
Tal.
Well, shit. What I was planning to do is no longer relevant. All right. Can I see these little fuckers over the brush, or are they like in cover?
These are actually high trees, so you probably aren't able to see this one, but you probably could see this one.
The closer one.
The closer one you probably can't see. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think I'm going to sleep
But this
again.
is difficult terrain, right?
Yeah, correct.
Shit. All right. I can move like where my arrow is and be fine, right? I have 30,
Yeah,
or do I have to go 25? Okay.
I'd allow that. You're just right up against the brush there, yeah.
Okay. I will Ray of Frost that dude.
Okay.
That'll
22
do.
will hit, yep.
That's amazing. But he's slowed. He
Wait,
has
is he
10
left?
fewer. No.
No, okay. Oh, that's right, it was just melee.
But he moves 10 feet less.
Yep. So
For what it's worth.
he's chilled. Yep.
Caught
He's
him in the big
very
toe,
annoyed
slowed him
and
down.
moving slowly.
All right, so I am gonna have the goblins make a morale check since their leader went down and they've seen a couple people go down. 16. Okay, so yeah, they're smart enough to realize that they're probably all gonna get killed here. So let's see. These guys are gonna run off the map. Let's see. This guy can only move 20 feet. He's gonna try to run back in these bushes, but he's not gonna get that far. These two guys, they don't really know what's going on yet. So let's see. 4 is okay. So this guy pops out and he sees some death and carnage, and he sees Zir right in front of him. So he is gonna attack. Jeez.
Gal.
Wow.
And then this guy up here. 5, that's this way. So he comes out. He's out of that fog. He can't really. He sees these guys running though. And I think he is just going to realize that that's not a. If they're running, I should probably run too. And he's going to run, and that guy's going to run. Okay, so yeah, really though, this guy is still fighting because he didn't realize what was going on, didn't see what was going on. This guy's fleeing, otherwise the rest of them have run off the map. Ian.
Well, that's his problem. Eldritch Blast. That is a 19.
On the fleeing one or the one who shot the bow?
The one who shot at Zir.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
still right there. So yeah, it was 19 to hit, and it's another 12 hit points.
Okay, that absolutely destroys that one. You see his body just fly back into the fog, and you hear a thud, but you don't see him thud. So. Zir.
Where are you going? No one escapes death. Hi. Goodbye.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Yeah, 19 will hit. For 7, he was wounded. That kills him. You crush that guy
Four
as,
subjects.
no.
That was because I hit him for 1. You know that, right?
It don't work out. You took care of the big toe. I took care of his face.
All right, so that seems to be combat.
I will let my fog cloud dissipate.
All right.
And I think I will. Yeah, I'll use cure wound on the lady that's injured.
Okay, so as you approach her, she's lying on the ground. She's wearing what looks to be. She kind of looks like Zir in a way. She's got kind of traditional monk clothing on. She's got a quarterstaff that's on the ground next to her. She has this hand crossbow, which doesn't really seem to be part of like her regular ensemble, but you figured that she probably grabbed it off the ground from one of the dead people. She's on the ground. It looks like both of her legs are broken, and she's very bruised up. It almost looks like she had quite a bit of like blunt trauma damage to her. So it looks like she's dehydrated and just very, very weak at the moment. So yeah, if you come up, and she definitely allows you to touch her and heal her. Well, why don't you go ahead and click on that, see how many hit points come back?
I'll offer her some of my water too.
Oh, she eagerly grabs it and gulps it down. And, oh, thank you for your help. It's been days. I haven't had anything to drink or eat, and today these goblins
Just quiet.
they came in and they were going to kill me. All right, so 7 hit points. Let's see what does that do to her. That will bring her above bloodied. So I will say that, yeah, you hear bones sort of snap back into place. Her legs are real bruised, but her legs don't seem to be broken anymore. And as she kind of weakly attempts to stand and then drops back down to one knee, she just seems very, very weak. but
You probably
but she
shouldn't
seems
stand.
okay at the time. Yeah. So, okay. Oh, thank you, thank you. I haven't seen travelers in days. Um, why has nobody come to help?
We have seen no one on our travels. Having goblins here is strange, especially giants. I've not seen giants in many years.
Yes, I was traveling with a group from merchants from Daggerford, and 3 days ago, all of a sudden, rocks started to fall from the sky, and it hit some of our caravan and killed some of our members. Then these four giants just floated out of a cloud. They just like they floated down like an angel, landed down here and just started killing us one by one. I was thrown from a cart, and you can tell that she's got scratches and stuff all over her. You can kind of figure out that she was thrown from the cart, landed in these bushes, and was sort of hidden from view while these giants were attacking. So her story kind of makes sense in a way. So she goes on to tell you about these giants came down, they started killing everybody, they started to loot all the stuff from the caravan, and then right as as they were sort of finishing up killing everybody, she tells you that this dragon came out of the sky and just shot this huge lightning bolt at the giants, killing two of them immediately, and then swooping around the other giant. So she kind of describes this combat between the giants and this big dragon. And eventually the other two floated back up into the cloud. The dragon flew off after the cloud, and then she has been sitting here for 3 days, unable to move, and then that's when the goblins moved in.
So what I am hearing is that it was good that we did not join merchant train. That's what I.
Giants and dragons, that's a little above our heads.
Yes, it was the
Literally.
most terrifying experience of my life, and I have walked all around the Sword Coast.
Are you carrying anything important? Or were
I
they just
No, it
randomly?
was just simple supplies. It was food stuff and trade goods. It wasn't like we were carrying anything special. There was flour and meat and cheese and rope and iron ingots for the blacksmith. And no, it was a typical caravan.
Do you come from town of Nightstone?
I was going there, but no, I've never been there. I've traveled. I've been trying to seek and find different places. She describes herself as like a traveling monk, and she's looking for spiritual inner peace or something like that. And so she was just traveling to Nightstone to experience a new thing.
Giant corpses are fascinating.
Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate the other giant corpse.
Okay, so the giant corpses, it looks like they've been picked clean by the goblins. So any like money or anything that they had on them has all been picked clean. They were carrying. Let me see what kind of weapons they had on them. Yeah, they had like big morning stars. So there's these like huge giant morning stars laying on the ground that you can't really possibly wield or anything like that. And they had a bunch of sacks on them, but they're all empty. You presume that they were going to load up supplies into these sacks.
I'll yell out. Does anyone know giants? What kind are these? I've only seen one other, and it was not this type.
Yeah, I was gonna. Let's see, what would that be? History.
History?
History,
Probably
maybe,
history.
probably.
Yeah, I would.
I'll see if I can
Yeah, if you
recall
want to
them.
make a history check, yeah.
I get a 13 history.
Okay, so you kind of scratch your head for a little bit and go, well, they don't look like hill giants, they don't look like frost giants, they don't look like fire giants. You figure these are either cloud giants or storm giants.
Oh. Hmm. They're cloud
Well,
or storm.
that would make sense with all the flying and clouds and dragons.
But I don't think there's any storms in the area recently, so my guess would be cloud giants.
Yeah, the weather's actually been pretty calm. There hasn't been like any huge thunderstorms or anything like that in the last week or so.
I want to search the corpse of the goblin leader.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't really have anything special. He's got a scimitar and a short bow. They each have, let's see, 20. Let's see, I rolled 87. So, wow, they're each carrying 11 gold on.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
Yay,
so
we're
they've been plundering quite a bit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 55 gold you find on these guys.
Good lord.
Damn.
That does seem excessively high to you guys, and you feel like maybe they were coming from a raid or something. That because you do find a lot of stuff in their bags, a lot of trade goods. You find, loaves of bread, candlesticks, lots of different meat, lots of different like human-looking knickknacks, all stuffed. Their bags are just stuffed to the brim.
So that's 11 each, right?
Yeah, I guess if there's 5 of you, yep.
Split for that one.
Yeah, unless somebody wants to try to squirrel it away.
There's also other random crap in their bags, like rolling pins and ladies' undergarments and just random stuff. But it all looks like it's from a human settlement.
Thick little
Should
bastards
we
they are.
rest up before we head to the next city? Because I maybe have some more in the city we're headed.
Yeah, you're about
Um,
5 miles from Nightstone, and you do still hear the bell tolling. Bong, bong, bong.
is she in fighting shape at all? Or not
She
really?
can walk, yeah. I mean that when Arzik healed her, she can walk. She's just a little stunned and a little dehydrated, but yeah, she could fight if need be.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I only have one spell slot left, so I can only heal one more time.
I'll ask
Actually,
her
never
if she
mind.
wants to come with us.
Actually, I'm sorry, I can't heal anymore. I'm done. I forgot I cast bless, so I'm done with my spell.
Not
I
gonna
have
be
no
able to
slots
rest.
left.
We're not gonna be able to rest out in the open. Most likely to get into. We'll make do.
Okay, so you're gonna push on.
Oh shit, that was a terrible roll. Well, I don't know if I needed to roll to persuade her to come with us, but that was my attempt.
Well,
think she just
you
got
guys are the first friendly faces she's seen in 3 days. A 7 is good enough for her. She's like, "Yep,
Okay.
I'm good to go." I would rather go to Nightstone or hang out with you guys than to risk being jumped by a bunch of goblins. So
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
realize I rolled a 1.
I know, but on
Close.
skill checks,
I get it.
though, yeah,
That's good.
it's
No, I
a
know.
7. Yeah, it's a 7.
It's a 7.
We could rest for an hour if need be, and at least get
Short rest in.
a
Yep.
little bit of
Yeah, before we
your vigor.
do
But
a short rest, if we're going to do that, I guess I want to ask about the second wind business, Caleb.
yes,
Wasn't clear to me when I can or can't use a bonus action, but it seems like somewhere in here I should be able to use that to regain hit points.
Yeah, in fact, you can use a bonus action mid-combat if you wanted.
Yep.
So you can heal middle of combat.
Okay, so I can use that particular thing anytime. It wasn't clear to me if I had to have like a bonus action available in order to use
which you
that.
do.
or what
It's
happened.
it's
Yeah, if you're just
movement,
standing
action,
around,
bonus
you
action.
do.
Yeah,
But if you're taking a short rest, my recommendation would be to just roll your hit dice rather than use your second
well,
wind.
he gets it back, so he
I
can
get it
use the
back
second.
after the short
Oh,
rest.
okay.
Yeah, it actually behooves him to use it.
How long is it? Does you have to have a long rest to get spell slots back, right?
Depends on your class.
Yes.
If
I'm
you're
short
a
rest.
wizard, you can get some back in short rest.
Yeah, clerics, you would have to do a full 8-hour rest. Yeah.
Sorcerers too.
Caleb, can you remind me how I roll this in Roll20? Is it /roll 1d10 plus 2?
Correct. Yes.
It's something.
Yep. So you get
Yep.
8 hit points
It's better
back.
than nothing. It more than doubles what I had.
And during a short rest, you can also use hit die and do that same exact roll, and then have
Yep.
second wind available later.
And by the way, bless would have worn off by now. I think it's up to 1 minute.
Yeah, your bless is gone. Yep.
Yeah, well, that's Amara. That's why I wanted to ask about it before we did a short rest, because I
Yep.
saw that it replenishes afterwards.
Yeah, because you can only get half your maximum, up to half your level worth of hit die back for a long rest. So if you use a hit die here, you're only going to get the one back anyway. So using second wind as a fighter is good to recover those hit points before a short rest. So that was a good call.
Yeah, because you get it back at short rest.
Yep.
Hey guys, one of my daughters would like to say hello. No? Hello.
Hello.
There it is.
Hey,
Hello.
Hello.
So
And she's done.
Were we taking a short rest?
You guys haven't decided that yet. All right.
I'm good for it.
I say we do just for y'all to get some hit points
Just-
back.
yeah, just an
Yeah,
hour
it's-
to regroup. That'll give her some time to also recover as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll hit points for her.
I don't need points, but
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
take
good.
my
I'm gonna do a
spell
quick
slot
bio.
back.
Yep, no
I'd-
problem.
I think I asked this last time, but I took medicine as one of the skill things. Is there any way to use that for healing during rest time, or is that just to tell when how something was killed?
It
Well, it
also
would-
can stabilize somebody if they're
Yeah.
unconscious.
Yep, it'll do that. But as for actual like hit points, not really. No.
A healer's kit would be what would be needed to give stabilize somebody, or and the healer feat in order to give points back with that.
That is correct, Mod. Though I think he had it set up wrong when I looked at that sheet. I think he had it set up as a D4, which is wrong. Let me try
Yeah,
it.
so it's a D4.
Yeah, that's wrong. Let me fix that.
Otherwise, you can just roll the D10 plus 2 again, because that's the hit dice exact same thing as second wind.
There, it should work now.
Oh, great.
How's
Yikes. Arzek, while you're taking a short rest and you're tending to her with like the medicine kit and checking on her wounds, give me a perception check. Okay. No, I mean, she just looks wounded and it looks like, yeah, so you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Zach,
Remember, I'm kind of stupid when it comes to the women. I always believe them like had bad roll on that one too.
Well, no, I was hoping that you would see some of her other injuries, but yeah.
Some
never
of her
mind.
what?
Other
Underwear?
injuries.
That's what I thought he said too.
Wow.
Blue with white stripes. Okay, let me roll her hit dice. Let's see. What are monks again? D8?
Yeah.
Okay. Oof.
Plus con.
All right.
Solid.
All right. Well, she's not quite full health, but she's looking much better. She's testing out her legs. They were broke. They're not anymore. She's walking with a little bit of a limp, but she looks like she's okay to go. So if you guys are all ready, I will put your tokens together here, and she's coming with you. And I'll set you up on the next map. The next map is huge, by the way, absolutely huge.
Did we ever find out this woman's name?
Oh yeah, it's Kella. Kella Darkhope. She introduces herself as. Do you guys want to take a short break or?
Yeah, I might make a cup of coffee, I guess.
All right, how about we take like a 3-minute break? I'll grab another drink and then we'll come back. And I will move you over because you travel another 5 miles to Nightstone, and I'll just let you look over the map while during the.
Okay.
Cool. Back in how long?
About 5 minutes, I think he said.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in just a few minutes, and I might even set up some music. Whoop. That was brilliant. All right. Anyway, we're on break. We'll be back in a couple minutes, guys, and I'll put on some music in the meantime. In a bit.
as you're walking up this road, one of the things so first of all, the bell is going off. Bong,
right, we're back.
bong, bong. I mean, it's been going off all day.
The other thing I'm noticing that I don't think you commented on is impact craters.
Yeah, all around the area, like, all in the grass, everywhere kind of around here. You can see in the rooftops of some of the buildings, there appears to be like impact craters from large stones. So catapult or something, but just like you saw at the ambush site previously, there is large boulders planted in the ground, impacted, like all in this area.
Not good.
And if you haven't read the flavor text, I linked that.
I'm gonna have a light music on because the silence in between situations is
The
killing
village
me.
itself is contained within a wooden palisade. Beyond that, you see a windmill, a tall steeple, high-pitched rooftops, several other buildings. Apart from the ringing of the bell, you detect no other activity in the
Bridge's
village.
out.
So you don't see anybody like milling about or anything like that. The drawbridge is lowered, which seems a little odd because usually they have the drawbridge up at these kind of towns. And you don't see any guards in any of the stone watchtowers.
Well, I'm wondering now if the ringing of the bell is a call for help from survivors.
Hey, I believe we're walking straight into a fight.
Well, what do you want to do? How do you want to approach?
Well, can't see too much from here, so we probably should at least get up to the drawbridge and reassess from there.
The door's open.
Yeah, and I can just move your guys as a group because this is a large map.
Yes, this map is gigantic.
We're so tiny.
You can see how tiny we are on the side over there.
Okay,
And this
so
thing
when
goes
you
all the
get
way
up
down
to
to
the
here.
drawbridge, make me a group perception check. So choose
You wanna
one
do it,
person. Yeah, choose one
Bill?
person.
Or I'll do it.
You should have done it.
Okay, so really the only thing you notice is that the drawbridge is down. And you can just walk right into the town.
Boy, I wish I had invisibility right now.
I think my dice are broken.
Bong, bong, the bell tower is going off. The bell tower is right here, by the way. So it's really loud where you're at.
Can Zir still stealth?
If he wants to try to sneak in there, you can, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, Zir, so you are sneaky if you
Dun,
wanted to,
dun,
like, go
dun,
take a peek.
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. How far do I need to go?
You can just bring yourself up to here and I'll, like, the watchtowers, and I'll reveal some area.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, Zir, you get inside. You immediately see that you can kind of take a look at the whole town. You do see some goblins and some wargs right there in the center of the town. You do see a lot of these boulder impact craters all over town, along with some damage to the roofs. Looks like this place was attacked. And then right in the middle of the town square, there is a large like hole ripped out of the cobblestone, like there was a statue or something there, and
Hey.
it's now gone.
We were told about that.
Shit, sorry.
We were told about the center of town having a giant relic in the middle of it.
Make me a just intelligence check again. See if you can recall.
That is just straight up intelligence. That's actually a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you do recall from previous conversations back in Waterdeep that, yeah, Nightstone is named for the runic black obsidian stone that stands in the center of the square with all these runic glyphs all over it. So at one point, yeah, there was a big black monolith standing in the middle of this town square with all this runic writing on it. And so it was named. It's a big black stone, so it looks like the night, kind of speckly with white specks in it, and so they named it Nightstone. All right, Zir. So you are stealth. They don't see you yet. Bell tower's going off. You see these wargs. They have actually. Looks like they're eating something. Let's see here, 3. They have a they've slaughtered a dog. Those two wargs have killed a dog, and they are tearing it apart, eating it. These two goblins are just kind of milling about. You do see some activity over here. Some more goblins are kind of looting and pillaging and milling about. These goblins down here appear to be playing a game, and they're like kicking something around. Otherwise, but you don't see any humans or anything.
Not Dave.
What do you
They
see up
like
there?
dogs.
There's more goblins and wargs.
Caleb, what's the symbol that's sitting in front of the wargs?
I have no idea. I was looking at that. This is this is a
Drainage.
module. It's a map. Yeah, I don't know, manhole cover. I was looking at that. I was trying to read the description. I have no clue. I would
Okay.
just ignore it. Yeah.
It's a sewer grate. They put it like right out front of the shop.
And
We
it's
can
the
call
only
it
one in
that.
all of town.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't, it
Nastiest
baffled
spot.
me. Yeah.
Where
I didn't
one
make
drops their
this
ice
map,
cream.
so yeah. It baffled me. I couldn't figure it out.
If there are goblins looting the town, perhaps we should take care of the goblin problem first.
We're not going to be able to sneak past them. We're going to kill them.
They are goblins.
And they killed my brother.
The bell is super loud right now, right?
It is, yeah, and it's constantly just going off. Bong, bong,
Can we
bong.
see the bell from where we are?
Yes, you can. This is the church right here. And if you look all the way at the bottom of the map, you can see the church from outside. And yeah, you can see the bell tower.
So I'm gonna suggest to the group that maybe we could sort of like get in and dash to the left and get behind that building, get inside the walls, but not maybe be seen.
It's worth a shot. They are at least just goblins, so if we get caught,
Wargs are busy eating.
Okay, well, if you guys want to do that, make me a group stealth check then.
I can't
So you don't want us to each do it?
No, because I'm assuming like Zir's leading the way and saying,
I'm the stealth monk here.
all right. So yeah, with an 18, you guys are able to group stealth and run into this room. There is a layout for it, but it's not that important. Basically, you walk into that temple there. If you want to see the layout, I could.
Not sure we need to see the layout so
Oh,
much
yeah,
as
it's
just
not.
understand what's happening with Bell
Yeah,
Tower.
It's not too much. So right as you walk in, you can see the stairs going up to the bell tower. There's a big kind of worship area, and then there's a separate room to the left, which is probably like a priest's area.
there's no sign of
But-
anybody.
Yep. So yeah, you hear these bells going off, bong, 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 and it's really loud inside there. Make me group perception check at disadvantage while you're inside that bell tower, or while you're inside the church.
You want me to do it this time?
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice.
Okay, so whichever one of you guys notices, you look up kind of up the stairs, and you do see two figures. Seems like they're swinging on the bell rope. Two small little creatures that are basically amused with their own antics, swinging on the bell tower ropes, and that's what's causing the bell to go off. Bong, 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 bong.
They look like goblins.
They're definitely small humanoid creatures. You can't see them for sure, but you just kind of see shadows of them. But that's probably a good educated guess. Yeah.
So much sighing you do.
I think if we're going to kill things, we go out after the wargs first, because otherwise, if these guys stop ringing and screams of pain are heard from up here, we're going to have everything descend upon us.
That's a fair point. At least keep them occupied for now and keep them out of any type of conflict.
They're having fun.
If
Otherwise,
they can't hear us, they can't hear us cast.
yeah. Otherwise, it looks like this church has been thoroughly like ransacked. Like all the candlesticks and the pews are tipped over. I mean, it looks like the goblins have just had their way with this church.
They've done enough damage to this town. Let's end their little thievery.
So
These wargs, unlike the other one, I assume, from what I can see, do not have riders.
No, the wargs that are out in the square, they're not being ridden right now. Their two riders are on the ground. The wargs are at the moment eating a dog in the square.
So goblins and wargs, not so bright they are. We draw them back into church?
Worth a shot. And by shot, I mean an eldritch blast to their face.
Yeah, I think it's worth taking a few pot shots at them while they approach.
We're actually inside the church, right?
Yes, you're inside the church. That red line that I just indicated is where the wall to the back area is. And the two goblins that you see, they're up above, up on the bell tower. The stair is right where Yend is standing.
So we draw the other ones in here, they'll be able to see that, right?
Well, they're upstairs swinging on the ropes. So like where you're at right now, you don't feel like they've noticed you. They haven't like stopped swinging or doing anything. They're laughing, ha 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 ha, ha, giggling and just amused at being, this bell just going off for hours and hours and hours. And it seems like they're having fun swinging on this rope. You would imagine if there was significant noise downstairs, they might be attracted to it, but you have no idea.
Yeah, that's the only thing I worried about, getting flanked.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. We have range on them. I mean, I can cast from quite a distance without them getting anywhere near me.
So we're gonna pull the ones from outside in, or
No.
the ones inside?
No, we're not gonna bring them inside, but we at least can distract them long enough, and then we could always take out the two inside once all this hubbub is over. I mean, if you want, I can even pull them back towards the bridge, and you guys can come up behind them.
With the Warcraft marker out there.
Quam.
He just said pull them, so I was like, yep.
Yeah, I knew that. I was like, but again, I can fire at them from out here, and then run back to the bridge over here, and I can fire at them further than they can reach me. So, the worst, I could potentially take one out, and then as soon as they get close to me, you guys swing in behind and attack them from behind.
I like
That
this.
works for me.
Sure.
Yeah. I might try to stealth and go out and around behind them first.
Any advantage is an advantage for us, so.
Not as good a roll.
All right, so you're stealthing around back. Yeah, it looks like there's windows to the north that you could pop out of. And it looks like there's another door right here.
That's the door you all should go out. This is the one on that side. I'll come out the door we came in from.
Okay, so Zir slips out the window into a cemetery.
Oh, joy! That's exactly where I want to be.
Good
So many
move.
corpses to study.
And do you need me to do a stealth check? Going out the
No,
front to try?
they're the bell's going off. They're kind of
Okay.
doing their own things. If you just want to move out and fire, you can go ahead and do that.
So I'm gonna come. Let me get the distance here. Oh no, I'm actually gonna go ahead and just back up right to the gate because I can.
Is it 120?
Yeah,
Damn.
I can hit both of them. So, but I'm gonna hit the one right in the front, square in the face.
All right, so make your roll.
Okay, okay. That's a 17 on the die, so that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Or, man, damage dice are on fire. That's 13 points of damage to that first one.
Wow, so you fire off your bolt, and it hits that warg smack in the nose. You hear like a crunching sound. You're pretty sure you broke some bones. He is bloodied, and immediately the two of them, he lets out a yelp in pain, and they both look up. They forget their meal. They see you over there, and it looks like they're going to dart at you. The other goblins also kind of look up at what happened. They see you as well, and
Yep.
yeah, this is going to go right to initiative.
Working as intended. Oh, that's a better initiative roll.
Oh shoot, I didn't have my thing selected. Sorry.
Okay, so you got a 13.
So I'm using roll 20 to do my initiative roll because it's just easier as far as Caleb doing the turn order.
that
Everything
helpful?
else I'm
Yeah.
actually physically rolling that because I prefer my dice over the Beard's algorithm.
All right, so Arzek, you're up first if you want to do anything. Otherwise, if you just want to stay and wait, I should probably roll. Okay, so you're up first.
Yeah, I might as well just stay put.
Okay, so you're just going to delay then?
Yeah, let me just delay.
Okay. Killa Darkhope. She is going to try to stealth as well and do what Zir did, but you actually hear like breaking glass and she
Falls out the window.
kind of comes out that back,
So
stumbles out there. Yep. That's her
clumsy woman.
Tal.
I'm gonna hold and do Ray of Frost after they've had a chance to run forward.
Okay. All right, so the goblins, they each run and mount these guys. That's their turn. Yen?
All right, I'm gonna fire back at that first guy again, and that is a 19 to hit. Jesus Christ! Another 13 points of damage.
Mora?
Helps if I unmute.
Yeah.
Crap! Now I forgot what I said to hit, but I think it was a hit. Damn it! You know what? We'll re-roll the damn. We'll re-roll that. It was a 15 to hit. We'll just
What
re-roll
were
all of it.
Were you attacking the warg?
Yeah, the same one.
Okay. 15 does hit. Yep.
Okay. And that's for 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move back.
Okay, so that warg looks pretty worse for wear, but he's still alive. And yeah, now they're just howling at you.
Yep.
Zir.
I'm gonna hold until they come closer.
Okay. Maraba.
Holding as well.
Okay. All right, so the wargs. They are going to double move to there. So if you guys had attacks that you wanted to do as they were running, you can go ahead and do so.
Yeah, I want to attack the one that was already injured when he comes back.
Okay, so you're going to run out?
Correct.
Okay, so then probably right about here
Yeah.
would be about where you run out.
And I do have one quick question before I attack.
Yep.
I have an ability. Where's it at? The War Priest, where I get an extra, you can use the attack action. You can make one weapon attack as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I can do this 4 times. Does that mean I can, like, if I hit the Worgen, if he dies, can I still use that to hit the Goblin?
The goblin? Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I will also step out and do Ray of Frost on that back one, the uninjured one.
Okay. So Arzik, why don't you do yours? Well,
Oh,
okay.
fuck.
You
Never
missed.
mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoops.
no. I'm gonna dash out too as he runs by, but I'll let them go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Algrim.
God damn it.
13 actually does hit on that warg, doing 4 points of damage, which will be enough to kill it, since he was injured already. So the goblin falls off, lands on the ground. You can attack the goblin.
And do I just, since I don't have that on roll 20, I just hit the same weapon again?
Yep, exactly. Yep. And that will hit, so you smash that one in the face. He becomes blood. And all right, that's your turn. And then Zir moves up after the Ray of Frost goes wide.
God. Ah.
I'm gonna punch the ward.
Yeah, my plan was also to hit Zach Warg when it came by the entrance.
And my bonus attack does 12.
12 does not hit. No.
I'm gonna spend a key point and do flurry of blow. Ugh, jeez.
Yes, Flurry of Blows is better than Fury of Blows.
And
I don't
just,
know. I
It might
think
as well be
Flurry of Blows works better.
You
It
did just kind of
lands.
caress him.
You got to take those mittens off before you punch. Yeah.
I walked up and said, "Good doggy, good dog. This is a dog, right?"
Okay, so because you all missed, it continues on its path then to get to about.
That's why.
Well, I was gonna try and take
I mean,
the
it
fast.
turning me. That's what I was mad. I was
Do
concerned.
I get to do that?
Oh yeah, you could. Are you moving out?
Yeah, I was gonna take a swipe at the second one as it came past.
Okay, so then we'll move him back to here then, and you can take your swipe. Yeah, a 17 will hit.
Don't forget
Yeah,
the
I
butt
guess
part.
Yeah, the glaive butt too.
And the 13 hits. And that warg is bloodied, but still very much alive. Okay, so upon being hit, then, and I'll just kind of move the dead ones out of the way. It'll stop there. It'll end its movement there. So we are back at the top of the order then with Arzik, who's in melee with a goblin.
I'm gonna attack the goblin again.
Okay.
Ooh.
Not with a 7. Nope. Are you going to do the bonus thing or not?
Yeah, I might as well.
No, and a whiff again with a 9. All right. Kella. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to give her a 25 movement speed since she's walking with a limp. She's still got that hand crossbow, so she's going to fire at. Let's see, does a 12 hit? No, 12 does not hit, so she misses.
IAC, low hit points.
Tell.
I don't suppose the goblin is wearing metal armor, is he?
The goblin is wearing leather armor.
All right. So I will, just in case this warg is going to keep running, I will try to Ray Frost again on the warg to keep
Okay.
it out of yet. Motherfucker!
Oh no.
It's
What was
plus
that?
6. The fuck?
It happens. It happens. I do it all the time.
Were you gonna heat metal? What was that called? The
No,
something
no, I don't have that. I was going to do shock and grasp.
Oh. What was that? What was that called? Where that guy did
Cooking book.
Cooking
Cooking
book.
Heat
yeah,
metal,
that's
cooking
right.
book, yeah.
All right, so goblin. All right, so this goblin on Arzek is gonna attack. It's just gonna use its scimitar. The 19.
Yowza.
So I'm assuming that hits you, the 19. Yeah, you have an 18, so you take 5 points of slashing damage.
I'm trying to do the settings. Fuck.
And then the goblin has an ability called Nimble Escape, so it is going to disengage.
Yep.
The second goblin right here is going to take a swing at Maraba. Jeez.
Come on.
Man.
These guys are good.
High,
Yeah?
high AC means nothing to this group.
Not today.
And he's riding on the warg, so he can't move. So he's all set. So yeah. These goblins, actually, before you do that, I'm just gonna have them make a perception. No, the ones in the bell tower, they're bong bong. They don't know anything.
I love that 0.
All right. The warg. We're gonna Eldritch Blast the warg.
Okay.
Never mind. That's a 3. So that's a 9
That
total.
misses. Yeah, that misses.
Hold on one second. And we're gonna do that.
All right, Zir.
Ooh.
I saw how far they could run. I'm moving just out of their range.
Where are you going? We're gonna try to get him.
I rolled a freaking 3 on that die.
So
That
12
sucked.
hit?
No, it does not.
How about a 25?
That will hit him, and that kills him.
I explode his entire body.
You do, yep. Boom. You dramatically leap over that fence and kick him in the head, and yep, completely just cloud of crimson mist.
No one escapes.
Maraba.
This will be on the warg.
Okay. That will hit.
Should do good.
That warg is definitely bloodied now. And that warg is dead.
Yay!
I like
Maraba's
this
just been, yeah, he's been slaying wargs all over the place. Goblin falls off. And yeah, so we go to the wargs who are now both, so take them off the list. And we are at top of the order with Arzek again.
Was the goblin ever hit? Is he injured at all?
He's not injured at all, no, except for his pride.
Ow, my pride.
Goblins have pride?
I need to move closer to him.
If you go right here, you can have advantage on your attacks because you'd be flanking him with Maraba.
I was going to use a spell. Does that count for spells too?
Depends on the type of spell.
You're better off smacking him with advantage.
Yeah, I think I will. I'll just hit him with a.
Oop it down one more. There you go.
Yeah, that's where you
that,
need to go. Yep.
Is that because of Maraba's ability?
No, it's I play with the flanking rules. So
Yeah, it's
if
optional.
if you are opposite sides, if I can draw a line through the middle of a character, you get flanking bonus and you get advantage to it. So like
Oh,
on,
okay.
How do I
Go ahead.
roll with advantage, or do I just roll regular?
you just roll, and that's where
Just
the two
roll.
numbers come from. We would
take the highest.
higher number. So we would take the 19, which will hit for 8, which will kill that guy.
Yay.
All right, so immediate combat is over. Bell's still
There's
ringing.
on one.
No,
Or
that
did
one's
Oh,
dead.
he ran away?
No, that
Deer
one's
killed
dead.
him.
Oh, that one's
He
dead.
kicked-
That one did that.
He kicked it in the
Good
face.
That's right. The first hit missed, and then he got it.
All right, so bells are still ringing. These
Couple of
goblins
these
down
goblins.
here, they didn't see that because they're playing their little game down here. And these ones up here didn't really see what was going on because they're still kind of looting and pillaging. So yeah, for the immediacy, you have no threats. The other guys are still banging on the bell tower.
Well, let's check what these guys had, then we'll move up and we'll do the bell tower last because those are the guys that don't seem to have any concept of what's going on.
Completely.
All right,
But-
so these guys, again, they were carrying scimitars, short, and they each had
Good lord.
93. Wow, they each had 9 gold on them. It's probably
Wow.
It's probably villager gold, but yeah, they each had 9 gold on them.
Looters' rights.
You can put those in the player notes, technically, if they're not evenly distributed.
Yeah, were we supposed to be adding stuff to our player sheets on gold? From
The
last
11
one?
you probably could because there was 5 of you and 5 of them, but for this time it's 18 party gold if you wanted to split that up individually or not.
Yeah, I'd say put it in the party gold and we'll divvy stuff up later if we need it. But the 11 was easy to split.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so yeah, now what? Bong bong, the bell's going off. Make me a group perception.
Ooh,
I perceive everything.
All right, so Zir, what you see? Why did that go away?
Yeah.
Oh,
You see a massive shadow flying over the city.
Did you guys see that? There's
Take cover. Take cover.
It's pretty high up, but it does cast a shadow, and it's
Down.
flying across the city, or across the town, and it looks like it's sort of like looping around, but it's still pretty high. And then it sort of flies, away from town, but it looks like it's circling.
Can we see a color? Or is it too high up?
It's probably too high up.
Okay.
It's probably that blue dragon that did the lightning that she talked about with these earlier when they killed the giants.
be. I recommend we take cover for a bit.
All right, so yeah, she ducks back into the church here. This Kella does.
Wouldn't be a better duck in this building that I'm standing next to. There's no goblins.
Yeah, I
That's what
want
I
to
was
take a look
thinking.
inside this building.
yep.
All right, so that's the inn. That's if you want to see what the actual interior looks like.
We demand detailed architectural plans.
Yeah, where's Maraba? He can do it.
Yeah, so if you look on the right, I'm not going to make you move your guys over there, but it's basically a 4-story, there's a little entranceway with stairs going up to a second floor, 4 different rooms that you can go into. 2 of them look smashed. So like right here, this would be the smashed in room. So if I'm going to draw this on the...
If the spellcasters shot out from the second story windows at goblins, would they have an advantage, disadvantage for height?
Yeah, generally if you're higher than your opponent, you do get advantage. Yep.
I was thinking the spellcasters shoot at them and melee stay on the ground, and when they come in the building, we take care.
Okay, so before you start moving, you guys move into this room that's kind of crushed first. And as soon as you move in, you hear banging, crashing, smashing coming from this room here.
Ooh, not
Nice.
stealthing that time.
Can I put an ear to the door or the wall? Let's see if we can hear you.
Yeah, make me a perception check again. Oh yeah, you hear 3 distinct like goblin laughing voices, and sounds like things are being smashed and tipped over, and you hear like glass breaking and furniture flipped and things like that. And you, with a 22, you definitely hear 3 different types of high-pitched goblin laughter. So, does anybody speak goblin?
9.
No.
I don't think that showed a door anywhere. So yeah, you'd have to go out into the hallway and then back. So there's like a door here, door there. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Unless you want to just bust in the wall.
It's a goblin. We can take out a goblin.
There was 3 of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, you definitely know there's 3 of them in there.
All right, there's 3 goblins. We can take out 3 goblins.
Yeah, let's just charge around through there.
Or why don't
You guys go
One of
first.
us
I'll
tries
stick
bust-
behind.
I was like, one of us, y'all go through the door, and one of us try to go through the wall to distract them. If we hit the wall, maybe it'll make them look, and y'all get advantage.
All right, who's going through the door?
I can try to go through the wall.
Okay, so I'm assuming Arzek's going to just make me a strength check. So just hit the strength button on your stats. See if you can bust through the medieval equivalent of drywall. And the rest of you, I'll just assume, bust through the door.
There's
Depending
nothing for
on
him.
what
If he's
ours-
gonna bust the hole through the wall, I'm gonna stand back and fire into the hole in the wall. So,
Okay, so not a strength save. On the left-hand side of your sheet, instead of save, just the actual attribute where it says strength, just click on it. Okay.
God.
All right, so
Wall punches him.
So you made a
Arzek,
sound.
Arzek makes the sound, bam! And then you guys open the door at the same time, because that's what you said you were doing. So the goblins are not surprised when you do this, so... And now we'll just go
Yowza.
back to initiative. That was a good plan. I was going to give you a surprise if you had done that, so...
that's more like it. +4, I should be doing much better than I was. Oh, good lord.
Alright, and so Kella's not with you. She went to a different building, but Maraba can still go first.
Step in and smash him in the face.
Alright. Yeah, 18 hits. Does not quite kill him, though. And that will. Blam!
Who needs, to flank when you can just kill him in one round?
Alright, Yen.
I guess, 5. I'm gonna hit that guy with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay,
That is a 16 on the die.
that hits.
That is 12 points of damage.
And that will
I like
kill
my-
that one.
I like my damage die.
Arzik, who's kind of wringing his hand in pain at the moment. He must have hit a stud. That's what happened.
So can I make it into the room with 25?
No.
Let's see. If you go 5, 10, 15, 20, you'd get to right about where zero.
Well, that's what I'll do. I'll move to 0.
So you could see into the room, but probably not melee.
It's probably cantrips you could cast.
Can I? Yeah, I was gonna say, can I see that one goblin?
Yeah, sure. The door's wide open. Yep.
I'll use Toll the Dead. Oh,
And what does that do again? It's a saving throw, right?
it's necrotic. I mean necromancer. Targets must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage.
Okay, so it's his wisdom. 18.
Wow.
That's higher than I think your DC.
It's possible at this level, yeah.
Yep, so I think he made his save, unfortunately. Zir.
Alright.
I have a quick question though.
Yep.
It says attack / save Wisdom 14, and then on my Wisdom I have a plus 14, plus 4.
That is your DC. So
okay.
he needs to roll that or higher. Yep. which
And the
he
+4
didn't.
is your spell attack if it's a attack spell.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the base save for everything is 10. So that's why yours is 14.
Alright, let's try to punch this guy.
Okay.
Hey!
That'll hit and that'll kill him. All right, so yeah, you murder all these goblins in the room. Tal didn't even get to go.
I'm just glad I did not have to do anything.
It's not murder, it's justified execution.
All right, so these 3 goblins have. Oh, they didn't loot. They were playing. Or let's see, 37. They had 8 silver each. And so this looks like to be the town inn here.
These goblins whooping it up because they were drinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's plenty of wine bottles and different stuff broken all over the place, but yeah, you're in the dining room right now, and so there is just tables and chairs flipped over, things like that. Everything in this inn is just smashed and broken, mostly looted. Anything of value has already been taken.
No booze, huh?
No, all the booze bottles are either broken or drunk already at this point.
So now we need to get those other two somehow into range.
Or we just go out and fire at them.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
so
to stealth
there's
and
a
sneak around him at least.
there's a door there. There's a door out
Nope.
back.
You know what? I'll stand in the doorway. I'll shoot them and then make them come in. You guys stand to my sides.
Well,
Let's try-
is there an upstairs?
there it is.
Yeah, there is. There's a stairs that go.
Oh.
So I would like to suggest
We shoot
that,
from the windows.
like he's gonna say that what if we go upstairs and shoot from the windows?
I can shoot
'cause
from
I
a
asked him
window.
earlier if y'all would have an advantage, and he said you would. From
Yep.
and
I
it looks like there's 2 windows up there, so both of you can shoot, I guess.
So yeah, you guys can go upstairs and just shoot from the window.
Okay. There's 2 windows, right? One here and then one up here.
Yep.
All right. I think we can each fire at one.
All right. So these guys out here, this is like a little pig farm out here, and looks like these guys are running around trying to. They're frantically chasing the pigs and chickens that are in this area. They'll scoop up a chicken, throw it in a bag. The other one's trying to like ride a pig, and so they're having fun.
I would ask our guys who are going upstairs to, since they're looking out the windows anyway, to keep an eye out for additional flybys if they see the shadow coming over again. Let us know what's going on with that.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just let you make free attacks then if you want from up there.
Okay.
15
All right.
hits.
Cool.
Doesn't quite kill that one though. So the back one I'm gonna say is bloodied. Yen,
No,
you missed.
that was a 1 on the die.
All right. I don't know if we necessarily need to roll initiative. I'm gonna have them go, and then I'll let you guys all go. They run into the house here. This guy runs here. This guy runs here. So you can't see them anymore. What do you want to do?
The other 3 are downstairs, right?
Yeah, correct.
Gonna go after him.
Yeah, we'll yell down. We missed. They're free.
Oh, kill him.
Okay, so Yen, you spot Kella like trying to move across the courtyard.
Huh.
You just see her like trying to run basically towards this house. And what are the rest of you doing?
Run over yonder to this house.
Okay. So yeah, Zir, you smash in the door there. You see that guy. That's just, instead of rolling initiative, just what's your dex?
My what?
What is your dexterity? I don't want to have to just keep rolling initiative. 4. Okay, you have higher than he does, so you can attack.
Bye bye.
Yeah, you kill that one.
Since I see her running, I want to cast sleep on her.
Okay.
Something seems fishy.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right, go ahead.
Oh. $22 points.
She drops asleep.
Okay. Deal with her in a minute.
Yeah, I want to go to the building with the healthy goblin in it.
Gonna move
Yeah, I can't see either of them from where I am anymore, right?
outside. One's dead and the other one's in the
Yeah,
house.
one's dead, the other one's in the building.
Can we just bust in the building, or do we know?
Yeah, if you guys want to just bust in the door, like down here, you just bust in, bang, bang. Let's see here. This guy's
I will-
waiting. Go ahead, Tal.
I will try to. It's not super high, right? Could I like jump out the window?
Give me an athletics check. Yep.
I mean, my athletics is real good.
The DC was 10. You're fine, so you can jump out. Yep.
Okay, and then how far can I run then?
Your speed, which I'm assuming is 30. Well, if you double move, you could go up to 60. Then you wouldn't be able to act. Well, actually, if you jump out while they jump out, I'll just let you get up in there with Seer. So
Okay, cool. And then I will, since he's fleeing, I'll try my Ray of Frost.
okay, so you guys bust the doors in. Okay, 11 misses.
Legendary Ray of
And it was 8 damage too.
So Zir, Arzek, which one of you wants to go first? You guys both bust in at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
He can go first. He's close.
Flying dragon kick.
louder.
Do I get to punch this guy again?
Yep. So this is the stables, actually.
I punch myself instead.
All right, you miss. Arzek.
Cut him off.
I'm gonna move to him, and then
Okay.
If you move to the other side of
Yeah, you
zero,
can
you have advantage.
Yeah,
I'd
just-
leave him open to go to the door. Wouldn't
Eh.
Oh,
Nah, because
I
he's
wouldn't worry about it.
He'd still have
all I have to do is hit him.
attack.
Just hit him. Yeah, see, that made a
Oh,
difference.
Advantage makes a big difference.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hey, I'm gonna use another one of my things.
You don't need to.
You don't have
Yeah,
to. got
You don't need
advantage.
to. He did.
Advantage.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you
22.
flanked him.
10 will
Okay,
do
so
it.
22, 10.
Yeah,
Yeah, that kills.
he did.
So I stepped out of the building with Yen, basically. Well, he came the other way, but the first thing I'm doing is scanning the sky.
Okay, so you see that big shadow come swooping back around. And it looks like it's dive bombing the town here. It's flying very erratically, and it's like it almost looks like a jetliner like crashing. It's bobbing up and down. It's weaving. It's coming in at high speed. It is very erratic movements, and it looks like it's aiming exactly that way,
Exactly which way?
along this route.
Oh.
So the bell maybe.
I'm going to run.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to run in the other direction.
Wouldn't it be safer to stay in the building we're in? Because it's farther away over there. We got roof over.
All right, so you guys run, and then a round later, this thing flies and smashes into the bell.
That's amazing. Jesus, shut the fuck up.
So the bell tower stops, boom, and you just see wings and tail and claws sort of flapping from underneath the rubble. The rubble is sort of like moving up, up and down kind of thing, but that whole building is just destroyed. As
Yeah,
this dragon just came flying in at high speed and just slammed into it.
Yeah, my dude is definitely like, glorious, glorious. This sucks.
All right, but it does draw the attention of every other goblin around. So these goblins here immediately come running up to see.
They don't see me behind the house. Ooh, it's even better.
The goblin in this bell tower, or in this guard tower, comes out to see. These two goblins that were down here. They come out and see.
Another guard tower.
Yep. And let's see, is there any more? Yeah, that looks to be all the goblins. So all the goblins that were still in the town basically came out of their houses and did various. Oh, then this guy. That guy comes out of that door there and wonder what's going on here.
Uh-oh. We're a little too close for comfort.
All right, so Yen, you're next to Kella, who's fast asleep.
Yep.
And let's see, the rest of you, what are the rest of you doing? We'll just say Tal, what are you doing?
Does that goblin that ran out of the tower, does he see any of us yet? How open is the stables?
Let's see, stables, there's actually...
I think it's time to use Hex.
So it looks
A little bit of extra damage on these guys.
Probably
no, there's
not.
no-
It's the front and the back.
There's
that
not
are
really a point.
So
I have to
like
do a
this
minimum
side,
of 3. I have
this
to roll a
side.
minimum of 3 to kill them. On a D8. On a D10, I have to roll at least.
Okay.
There's 70% chance to kill them if I hit them.
There's a
am-
door where you're at, but you haven't opened it yet.
Okay.
And I think they have an AC of 15.
So I could go over to the open part of the back. What I want to do is create a bonfire behind that goblin who just ran out of the tower.
Okay.
Well, or on top of him. No, behind him. Distraction.
So like
It does
behind in the
damage.
tower back here.
Like in the tower, basically.
Okay. Yep.
I don't think I have to roll anything even. To
What's the
start a
spell?
fire. It's create bonfire.
There's a save if they're near it, I believe. But that's when it's cast. You can
Yeah.
avoid it.
If I cast it on him, he would have to save, but I cast it
Right.
behind him.
I think it's if he's within 5 feet, he can take damage though from it.
Oh, true. Like if he's next to it.
Yep,
So he
the
would
start
have
his
to
turn.
save. So he would have to save Dex 14.
Okay. Which it does.
God
He-
damn it.
So, well, he definitely is surprised and yells out in Goblin as his back of his pants kind of start on fire, and he starts hopping around.
And I say, liar, liar.
Okay. Maraba, what do you want to do?
Partly because I'm not sure what has happened in that stables building, and partly because I see other things approaching me, and partly because I've already been shot by stupid little bows more than once. I'm going to duck into the stable.
Okay. Let's see. Yen, what are you doing?
You know what? I'm gonna use my other spell slot, step out, and cast sleep on them too. Because I can. because sleep is not concentration, so therefore it will not wake her back up again.
Okay.
That is 24 points of sleep. And it's a 20-foot
24.
range, so it should get all 3 of them.
Yeah. All right. So all 3 of these guys, since they have 7 hit points apiece, fall asleep.
You're not supposed to tell us that.
Like you haven't figured that out by now.
I already
like killing
know.
These guys in one
Goblins
shot.
Yeah,
goblins
that's
are
okay.
so common.
Mm.
All right. Let's see. Zir, what are you doing?
I go on my spell slots until next short rest.
This guy's distracted by the fire.
Sure, I'll give you advantage on it then.
I'm gonna rush him and punch him square in the.
Yeah, that'll kill him.
Yay! My
Another flying
distraction
dragon
worked.
kick. Yeah, another flying dragon
It's
kick
a
or
smoldering
whatever.
corpse. I kick him into the fire. Mortal Kombat style.
Goblinality.
Finish him. Toast.
All right. Let's see. Arzik, have you gone yet?
No, but everything else is so far away.
Are us in the stables? Do we know about these other 3 goblins?
Well, you can really only see what you can see. You guys can probably see these ones down here, way down here, come out, because that's a clear kind of line of sight from your door area there.
I'm gonna head as far as I can towards those down the 2 at the car.
Okay, so over here in the rubble, you hear more flailing about, and all this. You can definitely tell there's a large creature in there trying to struggle to like get out from underneath the rubble. Let's see. These goblins, they don't know what's going on yet, so they are going to. They've got their bows drawn, and they're gonna like just tentatively, I guess, walk across the field there. They probably don't see you there. I'm gonna make them make a perception check here. Nope, they don't see their buddies sleeping on the ground there. So yeah, I'll just kind of let's go in order again here. Tal, what do you want to do?
I will head down toward. So I'm gonna head down to about there and just try to sort of like stay behind the boulder so I'm not super obvious.
Yeah, if you were to stand right here, I'd give you half cover, like
Okay.
hiding behind that boulder. Yeah.
Okay. And then I will cast. I don't think I can cast anything that'll reach him.
Yeah, frost is 90, isn't it?
Nah, it's 60. And then can I do that and then hold? If they come closer, I'll shoot them with Ray of Frost. If they don't, just do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you can hold your action if you want. We're not really in initiative order. I'm just kind of fudging it at the moment. So
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just, if they come closer before I go next, I'll hit them with Ray of Frost. If not,
Okay. Let's see. Closest next is probably Yen.
Um,
Though you really don't see them, you're not really aware of them. So actually, I should probably go Zir, honestly. Zir and Arzek, because they can see them.
yeah, I'd have to have something happen from the other rest of the party to.
Yeah. So Zir and Arzek, what do you guys want to do?
They haven't seen us, right?
You don't know. They've kind of cautiously creeped out, and they're holding short bows in the ready position. They're looking over at the direction of the bell tower at the church, so you don't think that they've seen
I'm
you.
trying to
Now
stealth
they
out.
yeah, now they definitely don't.
I can only go 25 feet, right?
In one move, if you wanted to double move, you could go 50, but then you wouldn't be able to take an action.
I'm gonna sneak up behind this house.
Okay, so something interesting at that house, Zir. When you get to that house, there's like a door in the back here, and it is covered in runes all around, like the threshold of the door, like all. It's like the doorway, kind of. I can't remember what it's called, archway, whatever. It's covered in weird looking runes.
Can I do some kind of check to see if I can decipher them?
Yeah, I mean, how are you? I was gonna say, do you have
How
Arcana?
would I know what they are?
Yeah, do you have Arcana?
No.
Okay.
Well, I do want to double move, and I'm gonna move next to this building right here. Not the full double move at 35.
Okay. So then you can still take an action if you want.
Would I be able to see the goblins from there still?
Yeah, if you're like peeking around the corner, you could. Yeah, you could see them. You know, your most of your body's hiding there, and you're just doing the little head nod thing around the.
Yeah, I'll just wait. They're too far away.
Okay. Maraba, do you want to do anything? You saw your
Um,
friends kind of creep out of the building.
Yeah, seeing them go out, I'll go out too. Oh, and of course I'm having Zoom problems. Yeah, my intent was to go out that other door that they went out,
Yeah, that's fine.
around to that side. But I'm going to look over at the pile of rubble, or maybe you can just explain to me more. I'm confused about what happened there. So I thought we saw like dragon pieces being flung about, but then you said there was a lot of movement, like a big creature was trapped under
Yeah,
there.
exactly. That's what I meant. Is that you saw a large dragon fly dead into this building, and the building collapse on top of it. And so what I meant by like dragon pieces is underneath all that rubble, you can sort of see like a wing and a tail sticking out because the dragon is kind of bigger than the rubble. And so you see its tail sort of like flailing out. So if I were to like draw this, like here's its tail kind of flailing out. Here's a wing. Here's a wing
right.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess the first impression I had was that the dragon was torn apart by the impact. But
No, it is definitely not dead. It is
Yeah,
just
it's-
trapped underneath that
it's
rubble.
in there. Yeah. Seems like there ought to be something useful to be done with a trapped dragon, but that would be up to some spellcaster thing. Where I am, I have moved some, and I see Arzek over there, so I'm going to just kind of join him in that corner with the rest of my move if I could.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
for a
that's
double move?
fine. Yeah, that's fine. And then Yen.
I see everybody kind of moving in, so I'm gonna sit here and then kind of peek around the corner and see what I see. I'm guessing at this point I'm gonna see the goblin sitting over there.
Yeah, now you'd see him. Yep.
Okay. With that, then I'm gonna fire an Eldritch Blast at that one.
Okay.
And that's a 14.
No.
Damn.
All right, so they saw that Eldritch Blast come flying. These goblins hide behind this boulder. They fire. You know, they're both gonna fire at Yen because the other here they haven't really seen. And let's see, short bone's range is 80. Yep. So maybe one hit.
Yep, first one hits.
All right, back to Tal.
All right, I'm gonna move up like 15 feet, and then I'm gonna hit one with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
And you said the boulders are like half cover.
Yeah, if you're hiding behind them.
Same for the goblins then, or
Yep.
Jesus, finally.
Well, 25 is going to hit even with half cover, so yeah, you hit that one. And he's not dead, but he's slower movement now.
Boy, is he cold. He's so cold right now.
how cold is it?
So cold.
Okay, so before Zir goes, you three on the backside here, it's Maraba,
Okay.
Arzek, and Yen. You actually see that this rubble pile suddenly just collapse, like and you see the wings come in. And
Oh.
so you see this big dragon just sort of shrink down like that. I didn't mean to delete the rubble. I was going to delete that. But yeah, the whole rubble pile just sort of collapses in. And so it seems like the dragon like shrunk.
Oh no, it's Dragaman button.
All right, Zir.
Well, since I can't do anything with the rune door,
That looked like a gold dragon. They're good. Maybe
I'm gonna run up
bronze
and
dragon. They're
surprise
also
my buddy
good.
the goblin down here.
Wait, it could still be a bronze dragon because bronze dragons, I
Happy
believe, shoot out
scrub.
lightning.
Okay.
Where's that gold dragons? I can't remember. One of the two.
Yeah, that'll hit for 5. That will kill that wounded one.
I can't move close enough to attack the other one.
All right. Then let's see. I think Arzek was next.
I'm going to move up 25 feet.
Okay.
And then I can still attack, right?
Yep.
I'm going to use Toll Dead on the other goblin.
And that was a wisdom save.
Let me go back.
Well, I think if it's wisdom,
The
I
14.
think. Yep, he got it. Maraba.
Well, I guess I'm going to run in that direction too. Although I won't be able to get to them, which is fine.
So you're gonna go run investigate like the bell tower? Oh, you went the other
No,
way.
sorry, I'm just having troubles with my
Yep.
zooming and map handling abilities again.
So you're just making a double move up.
Yes, but
Should
I
I
guess
go
if I'm doing that, I
investigate
want
the
to
dragon?
get within range to make a single move to them next time if I need to.
Yeah, you could probably get up to about here, is what I was measuring. Okay. And then Yennefer.
I think they've got it in hand. I am gonna go towards the dragon.
Okay.
Double move.
All right.
Can I see
we'll let
anything from where I'm
Tal-
at right now?
No, I mean, it looks like the whole building is now collapsed. There's no wings or anything sticking
Yeah.
out of it. Tal, you can go next.
All right, I am going to head over to the other side of this house, just like a double move.
Okay. And then I think Zir was after that.
Oh, it's punching time. Hello, my friend.
Nope. That hits. That kills him. All right, so all the goblins are now dead.
No, 3 of them are sleeping.
Yeah, 3 of them are sleeping. Yeah.
So
Over-
I'm just
go-
gonna run over and slit the throats of the 3 that are sleeping. Is that okay?
You're gonna have help.
Well, there's nobody there to stop you, so.
More subjects to study.
And we need to search them all too.
All right, so they all have. Let's see, 12. They all have 14 copper on them.
Woo!
These guys.
Yes.
I guess it was already pellet.
Yep. And out of the rubble from the bell tower steps this small little house. Looks like that. He kind of steps out of the rubble, looks up at Yen, wipes his brow, and goes, "Whoa, that was a doozy of a landing, wasn't it?"
I'm gonna cast Whisper or Message, sorry, to Yen and ask if she needs backup.
No, I think we're okay. I think this might be a good dragon. Just hang tight. I'm assuming that you were that dragon that just fell out of the sky.
Oh, you saw that? No.
Insight.
You can tell he's a little, yeah, you immediately, yeah, he's a little embarrassed by that, going, well, yeah, I tend to have a little bit of bad luck. Flying is fine, landing's not so good.
Do they call you Launchpad?
No, my name is Felogos.
Oh, can we change his name to Launchpad?
You know what? Sure, his name is Launchpad.
Yes! Oh, McQuack.
Yes.
If that'll make you remember him better, sure.
It will. His name can be Felagos, but we're gonna call him Launchpad.
Some people call me Launchpad. That's fine.
What is with the giants? Why are there? I mean, there's no other reason for the rocks being in here, and the we know that there's the.
Are
The
you
heck
asking
is
us
going on? Here?
Felagos?
Yes.
Oh, it's the ordaining has happening. Giants are going crazy all across along Faerun. The frost giants to the north are attacking. The fire giants are attacking. The hill giants are eating themselves to death. The cloud giants are coming down from the clouds and searching for items. There's just giant rampage everywhere, and I have been trying to keep the chaos contained.
I am confused. Are you Tiny Dragon now? How does this work?
I just talk better this way to you small folk. Like, you know, I can go back to big if you want, and with that,
No. That's okay.
Dragons have many capabilities.
So actually, I'm here for, and he points across the way, I'm here for her.
What do you need her for?
She is Zentarum.
I knew there was something
Zentarum-
not right about her.
Zentarum are working with the cloud giants.
Oh, really? She claimed she
Yep.
was attacked by cloud giants. Then
Where
her
was
entire
that?
that was about 5 miles south of town, along the road.
That's funny. I killed a couple of cloud giants about 5 miles south of town.
Were they escorting the train, the caravan, as opposed to attacking it, or?
Well, their castle is still flying around here somewhere. I believe they were just looting and pillaging, and he points to the big hole in the ground. He goes, I think they were there for that.
Yeah, the black obsidian, the nightstone.
Yes, the Zentarum seem very interested in the giant runes.
Of course, they're looking for anything for power.
Yes.
Well, she's
Have
asleep,
you seen
so
any giants?
no, just those bodies of the ones that you said you attacked.
How many were there?
2?
Only 2? Not 4?
Well, she claimed that 2 others went back up to their clouds.
So they're still out there. Roar! And he changes back. I must look for them. Keep her tied up for me. And then he flies off.
Fascinating.
And immediately, like, he seems very concerned that there was more cloud giants, and just doesn't even like let you get a word in, and just, I need to go find them.
Dragons.
I'm gonna tie her up,
Yes.
like rope time.
I think that's a spectacular idea. I knew something seemed wrong.
All right. So as you're tying her up, you feel like some movement underneath her right arm sleeve, and this little snake comes slithering out from underneath her clothing onto the ground.
Oh, good criminy! What the hell is that? I'm gonna back up.
Yep.
We've
so it's this
seen
little
one of these.
Yep. So as you back up, the lines on the colorful lines on this snake all of a sudden pop out, and it basically, like, it's cleverly hidden wings. The wings sort of like pop out, and this snake starts to hover in the air, kind of right above her, almost like sort of guarding her in a
Eldritch Blast.
Frost.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Why did it have to be snake?
All right. They have very few hit points. Yeah, you kill it.
Yeah, that's 15 hit points.
Yeah.
I did one.
So yeah, just snake
Probably
guts.
didn't want us to kill it, but hey, it's dead now.
Hey, it's dead now. Yep. So. All right. So yeah, that the snake's dead.
Yeah, I wanted to check out this house, the front door where Zero saw the runes on the back.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. That's
And I'm gonna, yeah, while you're
Yeah,
tying
yeah,
her,
what's up?
after you're tying her up, I'm gonna check her for,
Okay.
items.
so. Do any of you speak giant?
Nope.
Nope.
Arzek, do you have Arcana as a skill?
Oh, I actually do. It's on my sheet anyway.
It's
Yeah,
a
well, go
train.
ahead.
Say
Yeah.
that again?
Is it checked? Is the box
No,
checked?
it's not checked.
Okay,
I
so
don't
then
have
you.
It's probably
yeah,
it's probably just me.
So yeah, at the front door you see a bunch of these runes around the top of the threshold of the door as well, just like on the back door.
Can I just knock on the door?
Yeah, I mean if you knock, wait a few minutes, there's no answer.
I just kind of figured it's our friend's house. So we'll have to have Yennefer try to figure out what the runes are saying.
So Yen, if you search her, so she had let's see, she had her quarterstaff, she had her hand crossbow on her, but she also had in her bags these small little slips of paper that looked like they could be carried probably by this snake. And most of them are blank, but one of them says, let's see, what does it say? On our way.
Uh-oh. So either the Zentarum are on their way here, or she was about to send a message saying that she was on her way. Oh no. Okay. All right.
So what exactly did the message say?
On our
Ex-
way.
Yep, exactly what I typed. Yep. There's not a lot of room to write on these messages, so it's think of like Game of Thrones crows kind of message scrolls.
Ah, the Crow Master.
Yep.
I think that means that they are coming here. Is what
I would say that's a bigger possibility than the other way around. What do they want with this place?
Probably the same stone.
But stone is already gone. Does not make sense.
But they don't know that, do they? Or do they?
If they're in
Well, we
cahoots
know
with
our-
them, then they probably do know.
But our friend also was studying, room.
What's his name? Bazunk? I always forget that guy's name.
They may think he has research here that they didn't find in the city.
Well, let me come over. I'll come over to the thing and see if I can figure out what's going on, because I am trained in Arcana.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and make Arcana.
Oh boy. Nope, that's a 4.
All right, so what you can tell from the rooms with a 4, you can't read them, but you can tell that they're in the Tiefling language, Infernal.
I don't speak Infernal, I speak Abyssal. Of course!
You can try to make an investigation if you want, Modner, to see if like it's trapped or something.
A great time to have known.
Okay, so you don't find any like physical traps at this doorway, but there's definitely, you sense like an aura of magic coming from this threshold.
Do the windows have rooms on them also?
The windows don't, no. They are closed and shuttered, though.
Let's bust open a window and see if we can get.
Okay. Yeah, you don't even have to roll for that. If you want to break a window, just tell me that's what you're going to do, and you can bust in easy enough.
I think that's safer than trying the door since it may be trapped.
I would think so.
Who's breaking the window?
Not me.
I'll do it.
Okay. So give me a wisdom saving throw. Okay, so you break the window, and the moment you break the window, the moment you make contact with it, with like your weapon or whatever, the runes around the door frame move across the wall to the window and immediately form a circle around it. One of them comes close to your weapon, but then you manage to pull it away just in time.
I wonder if the loot that we dug up from our dead friend, if it would affect the runes anyway for let us.
If you can play it.
I was going to say, who here has musical skill?
Well, I don't know if we have to play it. I mean, it just has the rune. What if we just
I have
Does that-
performance.
touch the
Yeah,
touch the
I
door?
was going to say, if anyone has performance, give it a try.
Whenever-
I have loot, but I can play special loot. Very good.
I can only play the flute, not the lute.
Which I mixed up last time.
I play loot. Big difference.
Okay. Well, if one of you want to try it.
It's worth a shot.
If you're going to try it, then just give me either click on your loot skill or perform.
Hold on. Fuck.
10, that's average. Okay. So you play the lute, you play some green sleeves or some ballad or something on it, and you miss a couple of, you hit 18.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Ignore the second one.
So yeah, the 10, you play a little bit, you miss a chord or two, but when you're finally done, you do hear a loud audible click at the front door.
Uh-huh.
So let's
Is
go
the-
inside.
Is the rune still over the window?
They are, yes.
Well, try reaching out to that front door and seeing if the rune moves, and if not, open it.
So you're trying the door?
Yes, I will.
All right. So yeah, it opens. It opens easily. It swings wide open. None of the runes move. So you walk into this room, and it's a two-story building, and it's very simple. It reminds you a lot of the townhouse that you had in town, and there is a little stairwell here, kind of going up to the second floor. There's a rug on the floor here, and then this is a little kitchen area back there.
I'll go search upstairs.
Okay, so you go upstairs. It's just a simple bedroom. This place has not been looted. So there is a double bed, and then so there's like a double bed at the back here, and then a single bed here. It's just a one bedroom upstairs thing. So it looks like 3 people possibly could sleep up here.
Hey, Zero, why don't you do a perception roll on that rug? See if there's another
Oh.
hidden door.
Yeah.
Yep, so you pull the rug away and you do find another little secret cache in the floor that when you open it up, you pull up the floorboards, it appears completely empty. And then when you reach down in it, you do find another small little white.
A small little what?
Wire.
Yeah. Let's pull on the wire because it sounds like the same as the other dungeon in the other place in town.
Yep. All right, so you pull on the wire, and yep, you hear an audible click at the base of the stairs, and they pop up just like an inch or two.
Tricky.
So you investigate the stairs, you find that you can pull them up just like you could in the townhouse, and there is another set of stairs hidden underneath the first set of stairs that leads down to another small little basement.
Time to
And-
check out the basement.
Yep, down in the basement, you see another desk down there with a bunch of, there's like a journal of research notes, and there is a small chest sitting next to the desk.
Check out the notebook first.
All right, so I got a handout for you.
While that's going on, shouldn't someone go out and get Sleeping Beauty and bring her?
Oh yeah, I'll go grab her.
So yeah, this appears to be Brazunt's research journal. And those are basically just the couple of bullet points are the highlighted notes that make any sense. That popped up for everybody.
Yep. Glancing through it now. Oh.
Oh my.
birthday.
Uh-oh.
Like his business with Prajant and Agramon did not go quite as planned.
So now we need to search for the birthday gift.
What's in the small chest next one?
All right, so you open up the small chest. Inside, you see a pair of brass knuckles, a beer stein, a raven feather, a swirling brooch, and a leaf brooch. So those were your. I will give you handouts for each particular.
We're rich.
All right, so if you look in the handout section again, Maraba, you should see yours. Arzek, I'll give you access to yours.
Yep, thank you.
Yep, Arzek, you should see yours here. Should see yours. Yen. Should see yours.
Yep.
And Tal.
Ooh. Okie dokie then.
All right, so you should all have your own individual handout for what the thing is, and eventually when you like play with it, I'll assume you figure out the trait like on a short rest kind of thing.
Is there any evidence what happened to his wife and child?
No, they are nowhere to be seen, and like I said, this house doesn't look to be looted at all. In fact, it seems like you might even just find like a cooking pot on the stove. It really doesn't look like it's been affected at all. It's just they are gone.
I guess the next order of business is to wake up Sleeping Beauty and find out if somebody's coming here or if she was sending that message out. Or
All right, so you brought her here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is the best place.
All right, so while you guys are inside, and I know we're getting close to the end, so I think I'm just going to do this and then we'll call it a night, right? Because we're coming to the close.
Yeah.
All right, so while you guys are inside, you hear this group of riders riding. So it's a bunch of guys on horseback that come riding into town. They stop right in the middle of the square. The guy on this horse yells out to the surrounding, to anybody in town, Kella! Kella, where are you? Come out, Kella! Those of you, if you're holding Kella, bring her out! And the rest of you recognize this guy in the back as Agramund because you knew him from Brazant's dealings. So these 7 guys come riding in. Agramund is with them. The one leader guy is yelling out for Kella. And yeah, I think that is where we will end the session for the night.
Whee! Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hope you guys had fun. There was a lot of combat tonight, unlike last time. So,
Yeah, I missed bar fights and our
yeah, and the cracking, the guy knocking people in the nuts, and the bar fight was kind of fun. But yeah, so that's that's how we'll go here. We don't always end on a conclusion. It's a campaign, so ending on a cliffhanger tonight. And unless you guys have any questions, I think we'll end it there. Not quite third level yet, but expect. Basically, the module says that after this upcoming encounter, then you'll be level 3. So you basically have this encounter here, and then expect to level your guy like midway through next time. Okay?
All right.
cool. All right.
Thanks, Caleb. Thanks, everyone. It was
Yeah,
fun to-
thanks for subbing in tonight,
Okay.
Mod.
Thanks, guys.
Later,
All right.
guys.
I much enjoyed bashing in Warwick faces.